Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you a very interesting attacking game played by Serbian formerly Yugoslavian woman chess grandmaster Milunka Lazarevic. Her opponent is Russian woman international master Valentina Borisenko-Belova, who won USSR Women's Championship several times, and the game was played in 1964 in Leningrad. In this game, Borisenko-Belova had white pieces and she opened up with d4. Lazarevic responded with e6, and after c4 we have Dutch defense. This is a sharp opening which usually leads to double-edged positions. I have to tell you that Milunka Lazarevic had an imaginative attacking style and her games are never boring. g3 by Borisenko-Belova. She's preparing to fianchetto her kingside bishop, which later can put useful pressure on the long diagonal, and also when the bishop is fianchettoed, organizing a kingside attack for black becomes somewhat challenging. Knight f6, bishop g2, bishop e7. Usually black is also announcing a check from b4 and is exchanging the dark squared bishop. I myself prefer that line, but in our game we have bishop e7. Tastes differ, you know. Knight f3, d6, after which we have castling by both sides. b3, queen e8, standard queen maneuver. Black is bringing her queen on h5 square. Bishop b2, queen h5. Knight c3, knight d7, rook e1. Already looks like that white wants to go for e4 advancement, which is a very important move when playing against Dutch defense, and after that move usually white is managing to emphasize the vulnerability of the pawn on e6. That's why, in order not to allow e4 advancement, Lazarevic herself put the knight on e4. In here we have the exchange of knights on e4, knight d2 and e3. Of course black could also play a move like d5, but this e3 looks very beautiful. A pawn sacrifice which is breaking the harmony of white pawns and is making white's kingside vulnerable. F takes e3, bishop g5, knight f1, knight f6. The knight is also coming to join the attack, and h3. With this move black is preventing knight g4 jump, but this is a move which is weakening white's kingside further. Instead, it was better to make a move like queen d3. If knight g4, then bishop f3. No problem at all for white. But in our game, we have h3. Here comes e5. With this move, black is opening up the light squared bishop's diagonal. D takes e5, d takes e5. Bishop takes e5. Well, I have to tell you that instead of bishop takes e5, h4 is even better. But in our game we have bishop takes e5, which is allowing black to gain advantage. Bishop takes f6, in return we have bishop takes g2. Black is removing white's light squared bishop, which was safeguarding the king, and now things are getting easier for black. Rook takes f6. At any moment black can even play a move like rook h6 and can harass white king further. Here white played queen d5 check, and after king h8 played knight h2. So far so good, with tiny inaccuracies white was holding, but this knight h2 is a move which is losing on the spot. Instead it was better to put the knight on d2. In both cases the idea is to bring the knight on f3, but bringing into life that idea by going for knight h2 is a mistake, and now you will see the difference. Now if we move like rook h6, then simply knight f3 covering the h2 square, and white king is in safety. But in our game after king h8 we have knight h2, and the problem with this move is that this is allowing black to launch a devastating king hunt. I'm not even going to ask you to find that winning move, because I guess that you have already found that winning move. And that move is rook f2 check. Now can you understand what was the problem of playing knight h2? With this exchange sacrifice, Milunka Lazarevic is luring away white king, is winning the knight, and now white king is in danger. There is no way out. Here we go, rook f8 check, king g4. Well, king e4 looks better, but even in this case, white has no chance of saving the game. And then black can play rook d8, and white is forced to give away her queen. In our game, after rook f8 check, we have king g4, but this is even worse and is stepping into a quick checkmate. Here comes h5 check. Black is also sacrificing her bishop. Queen takes g3 check, king takes h5, rook f6. Well, g6 check is winning faster, followed by rook f6 checkmate, but of course rook f6 is also winning. This is allowing black to checkmate white king in 5 moves. Now the threat is rook h6 checkmate. Here white announced a desperate check from d8 and then gave away her queen, but after g takes f6 she resigned because right now black has 2 mating threats and white can't neutralize both of them. That's why in here Valentina Borisenko-Belova resigned. I think that was an instructive attack by Milunka Lazarevic. For those who are playing Dutch defense, this can be a good example of how to organize your attack, and I would greatly recommend you to study this game carefully. In the end, let's also solve a chess puzzle where the task is to find the mating line for black. It's black to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.